Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Well, here's a great way to start your morning. A drill sergeant at Fort Gordon in Georgia decided to march his troops a little differently. Talk about to a beat of a different drum. This guy said, you know what? We're going to march today to Baby Shark.
Up, Baby Shark, Baby Shark, Baby Shark, Baby Shark, Mommy Shark, Mommy Shark, Mommy Shark, Mommy Shark, Daddy Shark, Daddy Shark, Daddy Shark.
The longer it goes, the better it gets.
Grandma Shark, Grandma Shark, Grandma Shark.
Yep. I wonder if they did something wrong or if he just really likes the song.
Oh, this is punishment?
Yeah, I kind of feel that it would be something along those lines.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how I feel about that. But again,
it's so bad it got better as it went along, but it's pretty awful.
Yeah.
Is that something that they do in the military? They just find like ridiculous songs to sing along to? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, all I know is from Full Metal Jacket. And they did that. They did sort of random songs with that one. So, sure, because movies.
Hey, sure, because you got to do something. You know what I mean? I mean, the monotony of having to march all the time, I don't know. Hopefully it makes it a little better as opposed to the boot camp thing where they're just, really just beating you down.
Yeah, but is that like a good recruitment tool or is that a bad one?
You guys like Baby Shark? Join the military. Come on over to Fort Gordon in Georgia.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Is the drill sergeant a fan of the song? Or is he just a fan of torturing his guys?
That's a really good question.
I'd imagine he's that. Or he's just a fun-loving dude and he thought it was funny. I mean, we might be overthinking.
It could be all of those things, really, when you think about it. Oh, man, that Baby Shark. Honest to God, why didn't we come up with that, Steve?
What do you mean?
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, why aren't we songwriters, Steve?
Yeah, well,
for children.
Songwriter. You really?
I mean, someone had to write it.
True. Yeah, the lyrics were challenging.
Come up with a melody.
Yeah. I tried with Elderly Rhinoceros, but you guys weren't down to sing along with that.
Elderly Rhinoceros should have been a big hit, Steve.
Hey, somebody just thought, we got some military guys texting in saying we used to march to Living on a Prayer. Oh, that would be badass.
So that would be really badass. Okay.
Someone says in basic training we used to sing Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as we marched.
That's awesome.
Okay, so you know what? People have been doing awesome stuff. Again, I don't know if Baby Shark falls in that same category, though. It's a tough one. It really is.
Marty and Yum says we did cadences. We'd make up stuff to motivate the soldiers. I tried Green Day's Longview for a run.
Oh, see, that's done. See, we got stuff.
Katy Perry's California Girls.
Oh,
nice.
Okay, because that does bring good images to my mind.
And drill sergeants will absolutely find legal ways to embarrass you. Just got texted in.
Okay.
Oh, this is a good text. I hate you guys for that. Really regretting your new contract after that one. I'm with you.
Yeah, only because if that happens to be a soldier and all of a sudden they got to start marching to that because we've just played it.
Oh, the drill sergeant's like, I heard something on the radio.
Yeah, those guys. And I know you guys like that show so much. So here you go. Here's your Baby Shark march.
Don't have kids, though, I swear, because
I thought... Thanks, Danny.
I thought...
Too late for that.
BJ, don't have kids.
Yeah. Son of a B, where were you 30 years ago?
I thought that I had, that she skipped it because I asked her like 2 times ago that I went, I was like, do you know Baby Shark? And she's like, no. And then this last time they taught it in school and she was showing me the dance and wanted to listen to it constantly. And I was like, okay, here we go.
Okay.
Have fun with that.
I got to march like that now.
We'll take her to Fort George. That she'll fit right in. You'll have a blast.
She's perfect for the military.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Minus the whole age thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, don't worry about that. We'll work it out.
Someone says SpongeBob. We had to do it to that.
Oh, yeah. See, all right. So, you know what, Steve? There's a little bit of fun to be had, but the rest of the military, don't know if I can handle it just to have a fun march.
Yeah, I wasn't really picturing you as a military guy, BJ.
You weren't picturing me as a military guy? Yeah. I mean, my father and my brother were. I mean, they had the right stuff. I had the wrong stuff. Yeah, I just didn't, So, Steve, we love McDonald's.
Yes.
Because, of course, it really it helps that hunger go away. You know, McDonald's can also help you get out of a driving ticket. That's even more awesome. Steve will tell you all about this. He's got the Migs Report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks a lot, Tigers, for giving us the Migs Report. And happy National Mr. Potato Head Day.
There was one.
Yeah, apparently today's the day to get yourself a Mr. Potato Head, or if you have one, be sure to buy it a cake.
Oh, very nice.
It's also National Bugs Bunny Day, so a couple celebrities celebrating their day today.
No Bugs had a day either, man.
Dee-ba-dee-ba-dee.
No, that's Porky.
Damn it.
Yeah. What's up, Steve?
What's up, Doc?
That's it.
Nice. That was good, BJ. I like that.
Oh, thanks,
I like that
buddy.
you made it personalized, too. I feel special.
See, it's his day and your day now.
You know, we talked about this story a little while back, but there's actually some resolution about it. There was a guy who got a ticket for distracted driving. He got pulled over, and the officer said, "Oh, you're on your phone. You're not supposed to be on your phone." And he says, "No, officer, I'm not on my phone." And this happened in Connecticut. I was eating a hash brown from McDonald's, and that's why there was something in my hand that looked like a phone. Well, he went and defended himself in court, trying to fight this ticket, saying, "Look, I wasn't screwing around on my phone. I was eating a hash brown." Well, apparently he lost that fight, but then he was issued a $300 ticket. He then hired an attorney, Saul Goodman. He's going to help him.
Saul Goodman.
Actually, John Thigerson. So when you have distracted driving tickets, John Thigerson. Don't know.
Yeah,
amazing, but it's not really going to work.
There's no Breaking Bad sort of catchy phrase there for him.
I'm your thigh.
Yeah, I'm your thigh guy? I don't know.
I'm your thigh guy. Yeah. Nice.
I'm not sure that's what you need.
Flush that one out.
Okay.
Well, anyways, he fought it, and they won the fight. He said that, yes, it was a hash brown. He wasn't on his phone, and he also discovered that the ticketing officer was on the 15th hour of a double shift, saying it was just an honest mistake. He did not deserve this ticket, and he got out of the $300 ticket. So I guess it's a lesson for all of us to make sure you have a hash brown in your car at all times.
That's the big lesson.
You get pulled over by the cops.
Of course, I would imagine it costs him a lot more than $300 to have that lawyer do this whole thing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like, really? All right, buddy.
Sometimes you just want to be right, BJ.
Yeah, I know that one.
Well, maybe he figured it out, or maybe the guy did it just in exchange for a hash brown.
Because he's the thigh guy.
He's the thigh guy.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, speaking of McDonald's, did you hear what Pete Davidson did? I don't know anything about this Pete Davidson guy other than it seems like he's always in the news for relationships or having some issues with some people or whatever.
He was in the dirt.
He was in the dirt.
Yeah.
But apparently he went to go see Avengers Endgame, and he realized, it's going to be a long movie. I was in Baltimore. He was in Baltimore for a stand-up gig. I should probably get some McDonald's before we go to Avengers Endgame.
All right.
He ended up buying enough McDonald's so he could hand out McDonald's to everybody in the theater, including the staff.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
That's awesome.
I'm just wondering, they don't let you bring outside food into a theater usually. How do you pull
when
that
you're
one?
Pete Davidson, you can do whatever you want, BJ.
And I think when you're getting free McDonald's, and he got the staff food too.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he did it also. He's like, hey, guys, we're not going to be able to go in with this McDonald's, but if I buy McDonald's for everybody, including the staff, they'll probably let us do it.
That's a good move.
And he guesses on how much money he had to spend in order to get McDonald's for everybody in a sold-out theater.
Oh, McDonald's is a good value. I'm going to say $1,000.
Way less than that, Rev.
500.
Close, but
wrong.
Oh. Danny,
650.
not as close. So you're
Wrong.
$400.
That's it?
Chuck,
Wow.
$400 apparently. Yeah, you get a lot of food at McDonald's for $400.
Wow,
that's true, yeah.
What about the dollar menu stuff?
Yeah, he doesn't eat as much as I do either. That's probably the other thing.
Yeah, I don't know if he was buying everybody like a full-on Happy Meal.
Yeah, that's what I would do. For me, and then maybe a couple more.
There's a woman in New York. Her name is Zelda. She's 54 years old, and she's in a little bit of problems now with the law because, she called 911. And the reason why she called 911, she said, I'm trying to kill my 76-year-old boyfriend, and I'm not able to get the job done. Can I get some advice?
What?
Apparently, she was drunk, shockingly.
Oh, there you go.
She already hit him 5 times with a VCR. She was trying to hit him with a leaf blower.
Jeez.
And then that's when she called 911. Thankfully for everybody, well, the guy especially, they didn't give her any advice on how to kill him, but they did send the cops to her, and she was arrested for endangering the welfare of an elderly person and criminal possession of a weapon.
Boy, that woman is a legend.
Oh, gosh.
Thank you.
And you're giving me a hard time about my thigh joke?
I wasn't giving you a hard time. I was actually on board with you, thigh
Oh, okay.
guy.
Never mind.
I was trying to help you out, brother.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations to Jake Browning, former Husky quarterback. He just got added to the Vikings roster. They picked him up as an undrafted rookie, so we'll see if he's able to make the team, but that's pretty exciting for him. He doesn't have to change color schemes either, really.
Oh, yeah, you're
they're
right.
kind of close. Not very, but they're kind of close.
Yeah.
Mariners, your second place Seattle Mariners,
Yeah, it's
taking on
happening.
the Chicago Cubs tonight at T-Mobile Park.
We'll see
That's
how
at 7
well.
o'clock. Go Mariners.
Yeah, I know that one of our guys here, Jason, is a big Cubs fan. He's excited.
Screw him today, then.
Yeah, first time in a long time that they've come to Safeco, or I should say T-Mobile, and
Well, screw him today, tomorrow, and the next day.
Yeah,
right? 3-day
well-
series, I guess.
yeah, hopefully we can see what happens. Come on, Mariners.
He better not want us to do any commercials in his booth this next couple of days, so I refuse to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're throwing out the gauntlet.
That's right.
Okay.
True to the blue, BJ.
Wow, you're true to the blue.
The Mariner blue, not Chicago blue.
Okay. Wow, I didn't realize it was that. Wow.
I don't know. I'm just trying to get pumped up for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
One way to do
good
it.
job to you.
Not so much, huh?
Yeah.
All right, how about NHL playoffs? Blues beat
Playoffs.
Dallas. 2-1 series lead in that one. Tonight, you got your stupid Boston Bruins.
Come on.
All right, I'll be nice. They're taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets. That series is tied at 1 game apiece. San Jose Sharks taking on Colorado. That series also tied at 1 game apiece. As far as weather, 66 degrees and sun. And thank you, Snoqualmie Casino, for giving us the Meeks Report.
Playoff hockey, baby. Lots of drama.
Yeah. Good stuff. And shout out to the San Jose Sharks. They brought up Dylan Gambrell, Bonnie Lake kid, who was playing in their minor league system, but the minor league team's no longer in the playoffs, so they brought him up. So he might get used from time to time with the San Jose Sharks.
How
So if you're
cool
looking
is
for
that?
somebody to root for, and Dylan's an awesome dude. I've played hockey with him before as he's been growing up. His whole family's very cool people. So it's kind of cool to see him doing well with the San Jose Sharks organization.
Yeah, I love that he must be good if they called him up.
Oh yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, and how cool
he's
is that?
definitely going to be a solid player in the years to come.
Man, how cool is it for him to be involved in the whole playoff situation?
It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much all season long he hasn't really been doing it, but here he is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really awesome. I mean, the kid could go. I mean, if things go the right way, could go to the Stanley Cup.
Yes.
Nuts.
Which would mean the Stanley Cup will be coming to Bonnie Lake. That's why you got to root for them.
Oh, that's right.
If they win the Stanley Cup, each player gets an opportunity to bring that cup home.
Man. All right. What's his name again?
Dylan Gambrell.
All right, Dylan. All right, well, we got our eyes on you, buddy.
Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure on you, Dylan.
Yeah, we just Steve just wants to go to Bonnie Lake.
You're going to go to the BLT, the Bonnie Lake Tavern, and drink out of the cup.
Okay, so Steve now wants a specific location. You want them to order you anything?
No. We'll take whatever he's willing to get me.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, good.
And then we'll go to the Menchie's that's right by there.
Oh,
nice.
There's a good Thai food place right there, too.
Are you going to get the yogurt in the cup?
Yeah, you could fill the Stanley Cup full of Frogurt.
Oh, with the cookies and cream, frozen yogurt.
Save room for toppings.
Lots of room for that.
Yeah.
Butterfinger toppings.
I think it might be the first time that the cup was used for that.
You think that could happen?
In the history of the cup.
little cheesecake bites?
Usually there's alcohol thrown in the cup, but the first time the Froyo's in there.
Wow.
Just blew his mind.
I'm just picturing that. That's like that would go down as a Stanley Cup legend, right?
That would be insanity.
We ate Menchie's out of a Stanley Cup.
Yeah, really. An entire Stanley Cup full of Froyo.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Okay. All right, now, no pressure, Dylan.
None at all. Yeah. Oh, and the Cup series is only 2 games. So I only have to hate Jason for 2 days.
Oh, cool. Oh, it's a 2-game series. All right, fine.
Nice.
All right, Cubbies.
So see me on Thursday, Jason.
Yeah. But today and tomorrow, you're dead to me.
Done to us.
Yeah. Travel website just put out the ranking of the sexiest accent in the world.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. All right. Oh, you ready, Steve? You going to try to do them?
If I'm going to try, I think all of us have to try.
Yeah, right?
Well,
I
it's
think we
only
do.
fair.
I got some examples for you, so at least you can hear somebody who is of the native country, and you'll hear how they sound, and maybe you can emulate that.
Okay.
Number 1 on the list, and it doesn't surprise me. I always find any kind of accent that sounds British or Australian, and this one, of course, is Kiwi, New Zealand, and New Zealand's the number 1 sexiest accent. And here's a sample of that with 2 New Zealand reporters.
Now, an international travel site has named the Kiwi accent as the sexiest accent in the world. I know, what a cracker. It beat off 49 other contenders for the top spot. So those diphthongs and triphthongs and dark L's and rising intonation are said to be sexier than the French accent, number 7, by the way, and the Irish accent at number 3.
I had it taking shots at other places.
Yeah, I love that.
I have issues with the French.
Well, the French, I think just because the French have always been the most romantic.
Yeah, it's the language of love.
Yeah, that's what it is. I don't think it's taking a shot at them, but more like, you guys have always been number one. We're going to topple you. I'm not sure, at least from that reporter, I don't know if I find that the sexiest accent.
You didn't find that sexy?
No. And then, if you're Australia, are you pissed? Because it pretty much is, they're close to each other geographically.
Very similar.
And it's the same. I mean, that's why I think, really, if you're Australia, you go, really? What's New Zealand do that we don't?
All right, well, if they're not sexy sounding with their New Zealand accent, let's try ours.
Okay.
All right, I want me to go first?
Well, you put a shrimp on the barbie. That's all I can do.
That was like a Boston accent.
All right, it's all I got. I'm trying to think of Flight of the Conchords because that was a New Zealand show. All
right, I'll try.
But I can't remember. I can't remember too much.
Hi, would you like to play with my Kiwis?
Yeah. Boy, that's sexy.
Oi.
All right. Yeah, very sexy. Very sexy, Steve.
Rev.
Very sexy, Steve.
Hi, everyone. I'm a Kiwi. How is everything going today?
Okay.
It sounds like you're trying to swallow your own lips.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to.
And you were smiling the whole time, like really
yeah, with my mouth clenched and everything. How's that sound now?
This is terrible.
Yeah, it's a
All
beauty.
right, Danny.
Good day. How's everyone doing? We're going to take a crack at it.
A crackhead? What?
Crack at it.
A crack at it.
A crack addict
is what he's saying.
Yeah, crack addict too.
Oh, crack.
I don't think anyone's
You picked the right day to call in sick again.
Yeah.
All right, so far we're 0 for 4.
Okay, well, let's try number 2. Here's the number 2 sexy sounding accent, and that is South African.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy that I know, the only South African that that's famous that I know is Trevor Noah from The Daily Show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a South African dude. So here's what he sounds like.
Americans love their sports back to front, analyze them, you worship them, you watch the game before the game, you watch the game after the game, you talk about what might happen in the game, you talk about what's happening in the game, and then you talk about what happened in the game and what could have and might have but didn't happen in the game. It's just the craziest thing I've seen in my life.
So it's kind of a little bit of a twangy British accent, but that's all I can think of.
Hello, I'm South African.
Oh, that kind of is a little bit.
All right, yeah, that's about all as I could get there.
Yeah.
Hi, Trevor Noah here.
Steve, it's the exact same accent you had for your Kiwi accent.
If you said Kiwis, I would have thought maybe
you sound like a burly pirate.
Yeah.
I can't do accents.
Yeah.
Why are you putting me through this? Why are you making me do this?
Because it's fantastic.
Danny, you want to give it a shot?
That was good. Wow.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, I can't.
I can't think of it.
To me, it sounds too much like an almost an American act. Like there's just, like you said, there's just a little twang to it. Until I can't put that on my voice.
Yeah, you guys. Sometimes, I mean, I
don't know how people do accents.
Is Charlize Theron also South African?
Someone just got 2 texts in a row saying Charlize Theron South African.
But every time I hear her,
I like to do. I mean, I can't do that.
Oh, you'd like to do her accent? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's interesting though, because if you listen to a lot of Trevor Noah's stand-up, he sometimes like talks like his mom does, like in South Africa, and it's 100% different than how he talks like for the Daily Show.
Oh, she probably has a really thick accent.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
I like that one better than his.
But I also, do you find it when you're, I mean, obviously it's a little bit different, a Boston accent or a New York accent. When I'm talking to somebody from New York, all of a sudden that New York accent starts coming back.
That's what happens to me, too,
I was just
with
playing
Boston.
hockey last week with a guy, turns out he's from New York. And we just start talking. All of a sudden, I'm like talking like as if I'd never left New York again.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I go home, that happens to me. Or my mother-in-law called me yesterday. Next thing you know, I'm like, hey, how are you? Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Irish came in third as the Kiwi the folks, the reporters told us. Let's get a little sample from Colin Farrell back in his younger days.
I know. I started about 5 years ago, and I've just been very lucky. I mean, my brother made a joke the other day that all the actors in America must have the flu. I got offered another part last week doing a film called Jesse James. I'm going to do that in about 4 weeks, and I just finished Tigerland.
Boy, he doesn't sound like that anymore. Like, I think he's done so much with diction work and whatever and all the different roles he's played that I don't think his accent is as thick as it was.
Yeah, I got to imagine that so many roles he's playing where he doesn't they need to have him not have an accent, that all of a sudden he's probably lost his accent.
Yeah, there's a woman, I don't know if she's, Tango and Hardcastle, I don't know what the hell the name of the new show is, but she was on The Walking Dead, Laura Cohen. And I would see interviews with her, and I know she's British, but all the time she did the Southern accent for The Walking Dead, it seemed like she lost a lot of her British accent, or at least in interviews just didn't use it that much. But I know she's very British, and I know Irish accent, Steve. Well, all I can say is top of the morning to you. I'd say I'm lucky. I'm very lucky I get to work with Steve.
Pretty good.
That's really good.
Hi. It's nice working with you, too.
Everything is okay. Everything is all right with you.
Yep, there's the burly pirate again.
Yeah.
Hey, some texter said I'm a sexy pirate. I appreciate that person.
You put a little sing-song into it, Steve. It's sort of like everything's a song.
Everything's very lucky.
Yeah.
I'm a leprechaun.
What are we doing?
My name's Mad Sweeney. I'm a leprechaun.
Let's go get some Guinness.
You know, when my wife asked me, hey, what'd you guys do on the show today? I'm going to leave this part out.
Probably a good call.
Well, this is what makes us one of the top shows in the city, is the kind of content we bring to the table.
So he says, I concur with the South African accent. I deliver to a restaurant that's owned by a South African woman, and it's blanking hot.
Okay.
And someone says they have their Siri set up with the South African accent.
Yeah. British is what always does it for me.
And for the love of God, please make these accents stop. Just got texted.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Dave Matthews is South African.
Is he?
Yeah, I don't know how long he spent in South Africa, but he was born there. Obviously, he now spends a lot of time here in Seattle, because that's where he met his wife.
Oh, wow. I had no idea. All right, Dave. Italian came in at number 4. Hey, how you doing?
Oi. I'm not
New York Italian.
Hey. All this oil piece of gabagoo. All right.
Sure, why not?
Gabagoo.
Yeah.
What's the gabagoo?
Yeah. And now Australian comes in at number 5. And again, what is the difference between Australian and New Zealand? I guess someone will tell me.
I'm sure someone who's Australian or New Zealand would say there's plenty of differences.
Sounds very similar to me. Very, very similar. Scottish came in at number 6.
Beat me up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, beat me up. I don't have the power. French. Oh, French, really? French is like, she said number 7. Then you got Spanish.
Oui.
Spanish can be sexy. And Southern U.S., actually. Finally, a U.S. accent got in there.
Huh. So, of all the U.S. accents, the Southern accent.
Yeah, the Boston accent's not sexy.
Oh, jeez.
Really? God. Come on, I'll give it to you.
No, not
Come
at all.
over
Please
here.
stop. Please not doing it.
Yeah, no, that's not a sexy accent, huh?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I want to park it right in. Never mind.
You want to drink some whiskey in the car?
Yeah, that's right.
It's hot.
Okay.
It's definitely the loudest accent.
It is. All right, fine. I mean, there's some, Hey, yesterday, Steve.
Yes, sir.
Even with all of his accent abilities.
Oh, hey, look, real quick, though. Boston was 28th, BJ.
All right, Boston.
You beat out New York, which was 44th.
Oh, geez.
Oh, of course we did. I mean, at least we beat you guys. Steve, even though he's really, really great at accents, he got this one wrong.
Which queen ruled over the UK during the Victorian era?
Queen Mary.
No.
Queen Elizabeth.
No.
Queen Jean Okerlund.
No. That was a great answer.
Seriously, best answer ever.
But then when we mathed it out, like which queen would be in charge of the Victorian era, and I could throw stones at you because I also didn't catch that.
Oi.
Yeah.
Oi. It's Queen Victoria.
Hello, it's my own era. You want a shot at being Steve? All right, you got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I can't afford to pay my bills, how am I going to afford attorneys and bankruptcy fees?
You know, one of the things people ask me all the time as a bankruptcy lawyer is that how am I going to pay all these fees and costs because I'm here because I can't afford to pay my bills. And of course we understand that. I mean, being in the bankruptcy field. But you know, one of the things to remember is that if you decide, once you make the decision to file bankruptcy, you can stop paying on all of the creditors that are going to be included in the bankruptcy, and those are the funds that you can use that you have been paying your creditors to pay your attorney fees and court costs to get your case filed. And once your case is filed, you're not going to have most of those payments anymore.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.